Hello, hello. Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are reaching out from. It is good afternoon from Japan. It's Tuesday, 5:12 p.m. How are you doing? Yeah, you are welcome to my live. This is Adventures of Japan. On this channel, we talk about how to apply to ALT positions in Japan. Yesterday, I talked about how you should craft your CV to suit the Japanese style. And in today's live, I'm going to respond to a question being asked that how can I be invited to an interview whilst I don't have a proper or a sharp CV? So you are welcome. You are highly welcome. This is Adventures of Japan. Yeah, the weather is getting warmer. Today the weather is good. Yeah. So yeah, let's get into it. The fact is, yes, you can get invited to an interview without having a sharp CV, if you want to call it that way. And how is that possible? It is possible because there are two different ways, or even more ways to apply for the ALT position. I made videos about how you can apply directly from the website of companies, or you can apply from other job application sites like Jobs in Japan. There's a site called Jobs in Japan, and there's another site called GaijinPot. Many people are aware of GaijinPot, but probably few are aware of Jobs in Japan. It's also another website, so if this is your first time hearing of it, you can go check it out. It also contains job ads that you could learn possibly. But I made a video and I was emphatic and recommend strongly that when you find jobs at such sites, you don't have to apply from their site. You just have to pick the company's information. If you can see their email there, but just the name is enough. You can use the name and go to Google, type the name or copy and paste the name. And when you find the name, the company's website, then you apply from there. All right. So now we have established that you can apply from GaijinPot to ALT positions, or you can apply from Jobs in Japan to ALT positions. And you can also apply from the dispatch company's website, like Borderlink, Interac, Hart Corporation, and so on and so forth. So these are the two main ways of applying to an ALT position in Japan. And so what happens is when you are applying through GaijinPot or Jobs in Japan, those application sites, you will need to upload your resume. That's CV. That is what the recruiters are going to look at first before deciding to reach out to you or not. So for GaijinPort and other job application sites, your CV is a must, okay? Is a must. You must have a CV, a compelling one, of course. Thanks for the likes. A compelling one, of course. And yesterday I was clear how you should go about preparing a Japanese resume type or a Japan focused resume. If you missed that, then I'm going to make that video public after this live so that you can have access and go through it. Okay? So yeah, that is point one. If you are applying through the GaijinPort and Co, you must have the CV. Okay. So with that, without CV, without a sharp, not just a CV, a sharp one, you might not even get contacted. All right. And this is why my guide come in, or my guide comes in. I have made a guide, complete guide, which you could get, which shows you samples and everything that could help you land a job. And so don't make such mistakes. Don't make that mistake that could deny you of the opportunity, the dream of coming to teach in Japan. Okay? So spending few dollars, like $17, is just like 2 Starbucks. Okay? If you spend $17 and you land a job, is it not okay? Well, in my view, I think it's okay. And so, in order not to miss the opportunity, I'm going to leave the link in the description of all my lives. So even now, the lives that I've done already, if you go to the description, you can get a link and you can purchase your copy. It's going to help you because it becomes your bona fide property. Even if you look back, you can see that I attempted applying for an ALT job. These are the resources I have. Whether it helps or not, you know. And definitely, I am assuring you that it's going to help you. So don't worry. Go back, make the decision, and go for a copy. It's going to save you. Okay? Because it saves you from scrolling which video I watch or whatever, because I provided every link to every information. So, for example, the sample CV, you get a point where I talked about how you should prepare your CV. Then you have the link to the sample CV. Cover letter, you have a link to the cover letter. So don't give up. Spend some few dollars and you will get a copy. And the good news is that those of us back home in Africa, Ghana, and the likes, and we are struggling with the credit card system, I have also updated the system whereby you can pay with mobile money or any other local means of payment. So you don't have to worry too much if you don't have credit card or other international payment systems. Momo is there for you. All right. What is your height? What has my height got to do with what I'm talking about? I'm sorry. All right. So the second point, or the second way of applying to an ALT position, is applying directly through the company's website. Okay? The companies like Borderlink and Interac, Hart Corporation and Co. If you apply through their website, you're just going to make some few clicks online. There is no point of uploading CV because there is no area for you to upload your CV. It's just about your name, details of yourself, details of your educational system or educational qualification. If you have been through schooling system for 12 years where English was used as a form of instruction or a medium of instruction, yes or no, you just click it and that's it. So at that point, you don't need a CV. Okay? That is how come you could get invited to an interview without uploading your CV. So if you are listening to me now, the point is there are two ways of applying for an ALT position. One, you will require to upload CV in advance, upfront, for recruiters to check before deciding on whether they want to get back to you for an interview or not. And there's another way that you don't need to upload a CV. Just few clicks, your details about yourself and your academic qualifications, and that's all. Whether they want to contact you for an interview or not, the recruiters will decide. And when they do contact you, it is then that you are going to need your CV. But here's the trick. You don't need to wait to be called upon for an interview before you decide to prepare your CV. No. That could be a disaster for failure. Okay? A disaster for failure. That could be preparing yourself for failure. Because when you are invited and you want to prepare your CV, at that point, you might forget certain valuable experiences that you've had, which you needed to include. So whether you are applying through GaijinPot or you are applying through the job site directly, it is very prudent. It is very recommended. It is very recommended. Yes, it is very recommended that you should prepare your CV in advance, in readiness for anything. Because once you are preparing yourself, you are applying. You are applying with the intention of getting the job, with the intention of getting invited for an interview, with the intention of making it, right? Yeah, so Get ready with all the necessary documents. Good morning. Good morning, Adilas KG. Good morning. Where are you watching from? Yeah, today we are talking about whether you need CV before being invited to an interview or not. And I'm trying to explain the different ways whereby you can be invited to an interview without having a CV or without the recruiter looking at your CV, and another way where you will need your CV to be uploaded first before the recruiter decides to contact you or not. All right, so if you are new here, this is Adventures of Japan. What we do here is to give you tips to help you land the ALT position in Japan. And if this is the first time for you hearing the word ALT or the abbreviation ALT, it stands for Assistant Language Teacher. These are teachers recruited to assist Japanese teachers of English in Japan to help the Japanese teachers to deliver English lessons to Japanese students. Okay? Okay. All right. So that is it. In Japan, they invest so much in English education. So there are many camps. I have attended different camps with different companies in Japan. I worked with, do I have to mention anyway? I work with different camps, different companies at different camps, some in winter, some in summer. As for summer, it's a busy time in Japan. If you are coming to Japan and you are an ALT, or even if you are listening to me and you are already in Japan, you can link up. If you need a camp, I can introduce you and the rest is yours to do. Okay? All right. So you can have a CV and you cannot have, or you can get invited for an interview without you uploading a CV. But either way, you need to be ready. Okay, you need to be ready because it is better to be ready for an opportunity and not have it rather than have an opportunity and not be ready. Okay, I take it again. It is better to prepare for an opportunity and not have that opportunity rather than have an opportunity and not be prepared for that opportunity. What do you think about this? What do you make of this? Okay. So here, I'm here to tell you that you should be ready. Okay? Even though you can't be invited by a recruiter without the recruiter seeing your CV simply because you have applied through their online system. It doesn't mean you shouldn't prepare your CV. And how do you prepare your Japanese CV? In order not to make a mistake, that is why I have put the blueprint, everything you need to know about this ALT journey in an ebook, which is going for just $17, which is just about 2 cups of Starbucks. And yeah, so don't worry. If you are deciding to take this journey as a career, if you are deciding to teach in Japan, if you are planning to relocate to Japan, then don't give up. Don't give up on this. Okay. Yeah, so applications will be open in May. Okay. Applications will be open in May. I keep saying this every time in my life. Applications will be open in May. So get ready. Get ready with your documents, prepare your CV and everything. And when applications open, apply. If you apply, after 2 weeks, you haven't heard from them, apply again, but this time using a different email. That way, you are going to overcome the automated system rejection. Because if you apply from the website, Borderlink, for example, and I believe all the other dispatch companies, they use automated or automatic system, yeah, to select the applicants. But you need to pass that selection first before a human being will send you an email requesting for your details, like your CV and filling an online form, which is a complete interview on its own. Okay? And so, if you are ready, if you have any question, feel free and ask me. You can drop the question in the comment section here. You can drop it under any of my videos, and I will be ready to reply you with my experience. If I don't know, I will definitely tell you for this, I don't know. Okay? And to those of you thinking of coming to Japan with your dependent, yes, it's okay. It is ideal to come to Japan with a dependent. But here's the thing. Companies also don't want to stress themselves. So if they recruit you, they are going to prepare your COE. They are going to apply for your certificate of eligibility, which is going to make you apply for a visa in your country, right? And so telling the company that you would like to bring your dependent is going to add an extra duty to that company, because what it means is that they need to apply for the COE for your dependent at that point, which most companies might not be able to do or might not be willing to do. It is not that they can't do it, but the stress involved, they might not be willing to do it. I will share another experience with you, not my personal experience, but someone who shared the experience with me. The person got the job with a company in Japan. Instead of the person coming alone, then later applying for the dependent, the person was asking the company to apply for the COE for the partner. So the company just told him or her that, you know what, it is a bit complicated to apply for the dependent COE. So they advise that you come after a year, you can apply for the person. However, if you feel like you want to come together, then kindly look for another company who can sponsor both of you. As simple as that. Do you get the point? Because applying for the COE, it's a whole lot of work for the companies too. It's kind of work for the dispatch companies, and they don't want to go through that stress. So if you intend to come to Japan, it is true that when you are working here, you can bring your dependents. Dependents like your not your parents, your husband, your wife, your kid, or your kids. You can bring them anytime. So the ideal thing to do is to come even after a year or before a year ends. You can apply for them and they will join you. Okay? I know someone who is from Zimbabwe, a lady. She came as an ALT. She applied for the husband to join her just within 6 months. So it is doable. You can do it. You don't need to burden the companies to apply for the COE for your partner. If you do that, they are going to respectfully deny you. I don't think you want to go through all this stress, probably buying the ebook, reading through, applying, getting the job. Then, because of this little misunderstanding, I should say, you are denied. No, I don't think this is what you want to do. Okay? And if the companies even want to provide you with the COE, what is required of you is to prove financial muscle. Financial muscle. Okay? Because you know, with Borderlink, even you alone, you are required to provide proof of finances of about 60,000 Ghana cedis. Yeah, I think about 60,000 Ghana cedis. You are not going to pay this money to anyone, right? It is for your personal consumption. But you need to prove that you have this amount of money after purchasing your flight ticket. Imagine that is for you alone. And if you are coming as you and your partner, you need to prove beyond that amount. Because if one person is to provide 60,000, two persons will be required to probably provide more than 100,000. Do you get the point? And this money is for you to look for accommodation in Japan for about 3 months before you get your salary. And I mentioned in one of my lives that in Japan, payments are prorated. Okay? Payments are prorated. What this means is that for a country like Ghana, my own Ghana like this, if you work in January, you receive your salary probably by the end of January. I am sure, all things being equal, many workers in Ghana have received their January salary already. But here in Japan, many workers haven't received their January salary yet because companies in Japan don't pay right at the end of the month. They pay from middle of the following month. I work with a company that pays on the 15th, for example. If I were to be with that company again, it means I will be receiving my salary on the 15th of February. I mean, I will be receiving my January salary on the 15th of February. However, if the date falls on a weekend, they pay earlier. As in this case, February 15th is a Sunday. It means you would have been, or I would have been receiving my salary on the 13th, which is Friday. Do you get the point? And Borderlink pays on the last working day of the following month, which in this case might be February 28th. If it falls on a weekend, it will be paid a day earlier or a working day earlier. Do you get the point? And I have worked with companies that pay on the 25th. Yes. So I have worked with different companies, some on part-time, okay? Some on part-time and some on full-time. Yeah, so that is it about Japan. Once you are coming, please, I advise strongly, when you get a job, if you are a he or a she, just come alone. When you come, after a year, you apply for the COE yourself. You can talk to your company. Not you can. You must talk to your company because you need a document from your company. They will give you. Once you are here in Japan, one thing is, once you require or you request for the document, if it is genuine, they don't deny you. They won't deny you. So rest assured, when you come, you can apply for a visa or a COE for your partner and send the document to your partner in your country. And once you meet the requirements, you are not going to be denied visa, or your partner is not going to be denied visa. It's as simple as that. Okay? So don't give up. Don't give up. This ALT job or this ALT dream can put you somewhere. All right? People come to Japan and they just use Japan as their stepping stone. People are living here and making it here. I spoke about the salary in my life few days ago, whereby I made you aware that savings is possible. Not saving is also possible. And it's all boiled down to your spending culture, your life choices. If you want to spend, you know what to do. If you want to save, you know what to do. And in most cases, spending is easier than savings. Okay? Yeah, so this is Adventures of Japan. We talk about ALT life in Japan and how to land the ALT job. That is my main focus. I want you to get hired in 2026. Certainly, if you get hired successfully, you might not be able to make it to Japan 2026. But once you are hired, you are rest assured that you are going to make it to Japan come next year, March. Hooray! Yeah. I'm already happy for you because I know you're going to make it. Okay? And that is why I am here to give you everything you need. Because I cannot say everything in a single live video, I have put the blueprint into an ebook, okay, which you can read at the comfort of your bed, at the comfort of your home. Yeah, get a copy. Get a copy is very important. It's very dear to me because I valued you so much. That is why I put everything into detail. Yeah, those people who have bought it, they know already, and I will screenshot their messages to. I don't know how to even share it on YouTube Live. Otherwise, I would have shown you. Okay, get a copy. Get a copy, and you are not going to regret it. All right. So as I was saying in this live, you can get invited to an interview without a recruiter being without the recruiter seeing your CV. Yes, it is possible. Because if you apply on the site of, let's say, Borderlink, there's no place for you to upload a CV until they get back to you. A human being sent you an email saying, okay, we want to interview you. And so you need to fill this form and send us an introductory video of yourself. You know, recently someone asked me that I sent my document, but Borderlink didn't interview me. So I asked, what document did you send? The person said, after filling the Google form and sending my introductory video, I received an email that, sorry, we are not able to proceed with you. And this was common during the last recruitment season. I said last recruitment because we are entering a new recruitment season, right? This was very common. I get that a lot from people. They reach out to me that after sending my introductory video, they say, we are sorry, we can't proceed with you again. Then I asked them, some of them sent me the introductory video. And when I look or when I check, I just asked them a simple question. If you are a recruiter and someone sends you this, will you recruit the person? As simple as that. If you can answer that question and say yes, then we will talk about it. We will talk about the next issue. But in most cases, you realize that there are certain things they couldn't say because the instruction is make the video not more than 60 seconds. And with your experience, I don't think 60 seconds is enough. But to end it without talking about relevant points, your experience with teaching, your experience handling kids, that is what is needed. Without talking about that, it's not the best. Okay? I made a complete video. I made a sample video about how to make your sample video. Yeah? And because I am sure if you watch that video, you'll get what I said. It was my experience as a sample to you. But probably you might not get the impulse of everything I said. You might not know why I said certain things I said. I went ahead and did analysis of that video. I made a complete video based on the sample introductory video that I made. And everything is on my page. Okay? You can scroll through my page and look for it. But if you get a book, the link is there. You don't have to struggle looking through the page, which one is the video. No, you just have the link. Click on it, and that's it. Okay? This is why I am recommending the book for you. You know that amount, it's not anything. It's worth the knowledge you are going to get. Even the knowledge might be more than the value you are paying for it. So if you get a book, you are going to realize that, okay, this is actually not selling. It's helping you because that's my intention. I intend to help you. I've been thinking, how can I answer all the questions I've been getting? So anytime I have a question, I try to put down something. And that is how come I have made the blueprint available for you guys. Okay? So it's all about love. I love you. I want you to come to Japan because Japan is a beautiful country. Japan is a stable country. In Japan, you don't have to worry about so many things except to focus on why you are here. Because there are so many avenues of doing things here in Japan. Emilia, hi. How are you? Thanks for joining, Emilia. Where are you joining from? It is now 5:41 p.m. in Japan. Good afternoon. Where are you joining from? Yeah, so we are talking about the fact that you can be invited to an interview. Meanwhile, the recruiter hasn't seen your CV. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm also good. Where are you joining from? Oh, Omo Niger. Omo Niger, how is Niger this morning? Yeah. How is Nigeria this morning? Elizabeth. Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining. If you are new here, this is Adventures of Japan. On this channel, what I do is to give you tips, all the tips that you need in order to come to Japan as an English teacher. Yeah. And the qualifications are: one, you need to have a bachelor's degree, minimum bachelor's degree. Okay, good. Oh, both of you are watching from Nigeria. That's good. All right. The minimum qualification is a bachelor's degree. And two, if you have experienced education for 12 years where English was used as a medium of instruction, then you are qualified. And I know with this, Nigeria, Ghana, and other African countries that English is their official language are qualified. The 12 years means elementary or primary, which is 6 years, then junior high, which is 3 years, that is 9 years. Then senior high, which is also 3 years, making it 12 years. Once you attend primary to high school and English was used, you are more than qualified. And you also go ahead to have a bachelor, you are more than qualified. And bachelor here doesn't require you to have a particular field. Once you have a bachelor in anything, in any study of any study of field, yeah, in any field, you are good to go. Okay? I have my bachelor's in music education. But here I am. I came as an English teacher. Why? Because you are just assisting the Japanese teachers of English to deliver English lessons to Japanese students. You are not the main teacher, and that is why the name assistant language teacher. Okay? And I have made videos about how you should behave or how you should handle yourself in the classroom in order not to have any conflict with your Japanese teacher of English. They are called JTEs, Japanese Teacher of English, JTE. Okay, but I think, are you from Nigeria? Smile, smile. Are you also from Nigeria? Because if you haven't gotten the 12 years education, then you need to write an English test to prove that, yeah, you have English knowledge. Do you understand? Okay. And another qualification, it is not required, but if you have it, it adds to your chances. It's TEFL or TESOL. And in one of my lives, I clarify the distinction or the differences between 4 different certificates: TEFL, TESOL, TOEFL, and IELTS. Okay, so these 4 certificates, I made it clear that they are classified into 2 categories. 4 certificates classified into 2 different categories. One category is job application, and the other category is school application. Well, if it is postgraduate diploma, once it is at a degree status, that's fine. Because a degree is what is needed. A bachelor's degree is what is needed. They don't know anything or they don't have anything to do with diploma. So if it is a post diploma and it is at the status of a bachelor, that's fine. I don't think the grade matters here. Okay? So once you have a bachelor, you can apply. All right? Okay. Let's go back to the TEFL and TESOL issue. So I said one category is job application, another category is school application. And the 2 that are used for job application are TEFL and TESOL. And what does TEFL stands for? TEFL is TEFL, right? So it stands for Teaching English as a Foreign language. T, teaching. E, English as a F, foreign. L, language. Teaching English as a foreign language. TEFL. And what is the TESOL? What does it stand for? TESOL. That is teaching English to speakers of other languages. T, teaching. E, English. To S, speakers of other L, languages. Teaching English to speakers of other languages. So you see that teaching English, teaching English, teaching English, teaching English. These two certificates are used to apply for English teaching jobs, job application. Then there's the rest of the certificate, the last two. Last but not least, TOEFL, TOEFL, TOEFL. Then it stands for Test of English, Test of English as a foreign language. Okay? T, test. O, of. E, English as a foreign language, Test of English as a foreign language, TOEFL. Then the IELTS. I, international. E, English. L, language. T, testing. S, system. International English Language Testing System, IELTS. So you see that TOEFL and IELTS, they are for school application. If you are going to a school in a foreign country and they don't consider your country as an English-speaking country, you need to write one of these tests. You can write TOEFL or IELTS, any of them, to prove that, yes, you understand English, you can read English, you can speak English. Because these certificates, when you are writing the exams, it has the comprehension side, it has the speaking side, and it has the writing side, to prove that, yes, you are okay with English. So do you get the difference between IELTS, TOEFL, TEFL, and TESOL? Yeah. So the TOEFL, the TEFL and the TESOL, they are not a requirement to apply for an ALT position. But if you have it, it adds to your chances. Okay? And I keep telling people that just flip the coin, put yourself in the position of the recruiter. You are recruiting people for your job, and you made it clear that it is not a must to have TEFL or TESOL. But if you have it, you would appreciate it. And 10 people apply, or 5 people apply for the same job. And 2 people presented, in addition to the basic qualification, they present either TEFL or TESOL. And 3 people don't have it. Which of these applicants would you even check their document first? Certainly, you would check those that added TEFL or TESOL to their documents. It's natural. It's natural. So that is why you can prepare for it now. There are various websites, teacher records, and other websites that you can write not IELTS. You can write TEFL exam, just 120 hours. You know, there are different types. We have 80 hours, we have 120 hours. I think we have 240 hours. But what you need, the standard one, is 120 hours. What the 120 hours means is that if you want to sit down, ideally, standardly, if you want to sit down and write from A to Z, it means you need to sit for 120 hours to write the exam. Because you need to read documents and answer questions. Okay? And all these will take you 120 hours by estimate. That is why you see it on the test certificate that 120 hours. Okay? I believe we are done with that one too. Yeah, so if you have any further question, drop it in the comment section. And like I said, I want you to come to Japan successfully. That is why I have been giving you all the tips. And because I might not be able to say everything just off head, I take notice of anything anybody asks me, and I put down everything the blueprint that even if you don't watch any of my videos and you just get a copy of that ebook, it's just 16 pages, not that much. You can just read it through and you will not regret it. So kindly get a copy and make your life to Japan very easy. Okay, the path to Japan, make your path to Japan as easy as you can. I couldn't get this opportunity whilst I was trying to come to Japan because I had no idea about Japan. And those days, TikTok, YouTube wasn't that booming, or I didn't have the idea of anything as such. That is why I have no idea. I didn't know anybody here. I just deal with Borderlink. But when I got here, I realized no, we need information. People need to know much about these things before trying, so that they wouldn't be like me. They wouldn't fall into the pits that I fell into. Okay? Do you accept TEFL from? It's not me. Okay, the message was retracted. Okay, Emilia, you can put back your question, or if you can reframe it, if that's not what you wanted to ask. Okay. Yeah, but teacher records TEFL is accepted. Yeah, hello. Wanze King Beatrice. Beatrice. Yeah, hello Beatrice. How are you? How are you? If you are new here, this is Adventures of Japan. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so that next time I bring up any video, you will be notified. Okay? Yeah. Tomorrow is a holiday in Japan. Tomorrow, Wednesday, is a holiday in Japan. And so I might not be live, but I would come again the following day, which is Thursday, hopefully. Do they accept TEFL certificate from teacher? Yes, they do. They do accept TEFL from teacher records. If you have it, it's a good idea. Or if you plan to have it, it's a perfect idea. I encourage you to go for it. All right? Go for it. Don't give up. Thank you, Beatrice. I'm glad you are doing well. I'm also doing well, as you can see. As you can see, the sky behind me, blue. Okay, a video about choosing the right company. I made a lot of videos about different companies on my channel. So kindly check them up and apply. But I wouldn't say apply to one company because it's not as if it's automatic. Once you applied, you are going to be selected or you are going to be recruited. So why don't you rather apply for different companies and see which one works for you? There is someone coming this March from, okay, I wouldn't have to mention the country. She applied for different companies. She got 2 offers from 2 different companies, and she had to go with one of them. It's better than applying for one and you don't have it, then you try to apply for the second one. Meanwhile, time might be going. So you better apply for as many as possible. That's my opinion. Apply to as many as possible companies, and if you get an offer from them, you do your selection, because there is only one company that you can come to Japan with. Why? Because they need to apply for the certificate of eligibility for you. That certificate, 2 companies cannot apply the same certificate for one person. So you need to pick one company and go ahead with them. Okay? Yeah, please go. Please go for it. Go for it. It's in the right direction, Emilia. I encourage you to go for it. And I also encourage you to make a purchase of the ebook. Okay? Everyone, please go get your copy. You can get it in the description of any of my live videos. Okay? Check them up. If you purchase a copy and it's not like how I'm talking about it, the next time you see me on live, come and write it in the comment section. Tell everybody that no, what I was saying is a falsehood. Please say it. Feel free to say it. Okay? I want everybody to see whether I am telling the fact or not. So please, this is a challenge between us. If you are watching me, let's throw this challenge to each other. Get a copy and come back here and tell everybody to know that This is what I am saying. But after you found out, it's opposite. Okay? Yeah, let's do that and see. Yeah. So very soon I'll be ending this live. If you are new here, kindly subscribe and watch all the videos on my channel if you can, because watching them might help you to advance your career to Japan. And if you cannot have time to scroll through all the videos, then get a copy of the ebook because it will save you. I've made all the blueprints available for you in the ebook. You read this, you know which video to watch, just click on the link. It takes you to wherever the video is. You get to where you need to prepare your CV, how you need to prepare it. You get to the link, you click on it, you watch the videos, you watch the sample, you can download it. So go get a copy and yeah. Okay, so I keep telling people that the application portal will be opening soon. That will be May, because for now, they are working on people who will be coming next month, which is March. It's all because of the Japanese schooling calendar. The calendar starts from April and ends in March the following year. So as people will be coming in March, the school year is going to be ending. And we are going to be reporting back in April. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Beatrice. Thank you, Beatrice. Go get your copy and come back here the next time you see me on live. Tell the whole world whether the book is actually how I'm talking about it. Okay? Don't give up. It's a challenge. Let's all take this challenge and see. It's going to help you, not me. I did my part. I want you to come to Japan because I've realized life in Japan, people are saying it's expensive, but others are making it here. Okay? Take the adventure. Take the adventure to the next level. Get a copy. And you are not going to regret it. Okay? Yeah, so like I was saying, the Japanese school year begins from April and ends in March. So very soon the academic year is going to an end. So the people coming will come in March, and the companies are going to train them a little bit, give them some orientation, and prepare them to start work in April. Yeah. The starting date differ from city to city. Some people might start from April, the first week in April. Some may start from the second week in April because we are ending in March, I think third week in March. Yeah. That one also depends from city to city. Yeah. So that is why you need to apply early in May ending. That time they are going to finish working on those coming. When they come, they are finished posting them to their locations, finding them accommodation and all those stuffs. So then they will now open the portal for receiving new applications. Okay? And I keep saying that for Borderlink, they keep saying you can, on their website, they say you can apply anytime. But from overseas, you should apply from May till December. And I strongly suggest that if you intend to make it to Japan as an ALT, don't wait to apply in December. No, don't. Because even if you apply in December and you are fortunate to get recruited, the document that they are going to apply for you in order to apply for your your visa in your country, that document is called Certificate of Eligibility. And it takes maximum 3 months to get in Japan. So if you are not lucky and you get hired in December and they apply for the Certificate of Eligibility, if it takes 3 months, that means December, January 1, February, March already. So when will they send it back to you for you to get your visa before coming in March? That's not possible. And when it happens like that, they can recruit you in December and tell you, let's say December 2026. Instead of you coming in 2027, they can tell you, please come in March 2028. It happened. People are coming to Japan this March. They were recruited long ago. So don't fall into that trap. Okay? I've watched all your videos that have to do with getting an English teaching job in. Oh, really? How are they? Can you tell us something? What have you learned from my videos? Please go ahead and share with us. What one thing have you learned from my videos? Since you have watched all of them, we'll be glad to hear from you. Just give us one sentence, your thoughts. What do you think ran through all my videos? Yes, let's wait for your summary, then we can end the live. Yeah. Yeah, Emilia. Yeah, don't give up. Please tell me. Tell me. I am Mr. Don't Give Up. So tell me not to give up. Your summary or your view about my videos will help me not to give up. So I'm waiting. Yeah, so that's it. So please apply from May ending or early June. I keep telling people May ending because there is a holiday in May in Japan. And I have noticed that right after the holiday, the companies try to put their things together in order to start the application, receiving the application. So even though they say you can apply from May, sometimes if you apply from May, they will not get back to you. So I strongly suggest that you apply from, even if it is May, it should be ending or early June. Okay? Yeah, personally you have. Okay. Beatrice, what have you personally? Or your message is truncated. Can you let us know? Yeah, so you apply from early June to October ending. Okay? If you get employed in October, it means there are higher chances of you getting your COE, because if they apply for your COE even October ending, let's say October, then November 1, December 2, January, 3 months. 3 months, that will be 3 months. And you can get your COE. If you get your COE in January, you can make it to Japan in March. Even if you get it in February, early February, you can still make it to Japan in March. Okay? Oh, thank you, Emilia. Oh, not Emilia, Smiles. Thank you, Smiles. I am motivated to hear that my videos motivate you to apply for jobs. Yes, there was somebody also, he came to my DM, he came across my videos on TikTok. Then he came to my DM and was asking questions. And I introduced him to this. He later said he had no idea about ALT. He hasn't heard it before until coming across my videos. And that is why I'm here. You know, somebody introduced me to this also. I haven't heard about ALT before. So the first time I applied, I couldn't do well because I wasn't prepared. I thought it was kind of a joke. So I wasn't prepared. So I reapplied the following year before I got it. So please don't give up. Rejection for the first time doesn't mean you are not good. I interviewed someone from Nigeria on my very channel. And if you haven't watched that video before, please go and watch that video as well. I think I titled it From Nigeria to Japan. You will see that yes, it is not that once you applied, you are getting it. It is good. We hope that we get it. But sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Many people get employed once they applied. Somebody like me, I didn't get it the first time, but I didn't give up. If I had given up, I don't think I would have been here sharing with you everything I'm saying. So not giving up has paid. Okay? Just the importance of starting to apply early. Yeah. Starting from May ending to October. Yeah. And also going to GaijinPot, copy the link and applying directly to you. Perfect. Perfect. Emilia, I am glad you got whatever I've been saying. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sorry, I didn't know that had dropped. I'm on my way to work, so I'm not concerned. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Beatrice. Yeah. So that is it. You apply early, and I've been saying that if you apply and you get no response after 2 weeks, use a different email, apply again. You know why? Because if you apply from the company's website, like Borderlink, for example, they are using not human being, like AI system, automatic system to select applicants. So they will tell you have passed the preliminary stage, so we are inviting you to an interview session. It is automatic. They are using automatic system to select the applicants. So if you are not contacted, it doesn't mean your application is not good, because what you are writing at the site is your education system, your name, and everything. You are not uploading any document. So for you not to be contacted, it's not your mistake. So use another email, reapply again, because if you use the same email, the system has recognized your email. So that year, it will not work. Okay? So you need to use a different email, reapply. Ideally, if you apply and they want to get back to you, I think within 3 days, maximum 5 days, you should get a response from them saying we are inviting you to an interview. So if that does not happen, use a different email, apply again. Remember, creating email is free. Okay? Creating an email is free. You don't pay anything for creating an email. You can create as many as possible. If you create an email using the same name, it doesn't matter. They're not going to bother you that, oh, we saw your name already. No. The system is checking your email until a human being gets back to you, sending you the forms that you are going to fill for your interview, where they are going to ask you to submit an introductory video. Until that point, don't give up. Keep applying, keep applying, keep applying. Okay? If you are focused, just follow this advice. It's going to help you. All right. In 3 minutes' time, this live will be an hour exactly. And I think if we don't have any further question, I will be ending this live for today. I thank you all for joining. Remember to apply early. Remember to get a copy of the ebook to save your time to save you from scrolling to get what video as you watch or whatever. Every video on my page is free, of course, you've been watching already. But if you are new here and you don't know which video to watch and you are looking for application links and all those stuff, then I recommend you to get a copy of the ebook, which I titled The ALT Journey, a complete guide to teaching in Japan. Yes, come to Japan. How do you come? By applying. Okay? By applying. And I started this live by answering a question that, can I get to an interview or can I get invited to an interview without having a CV? And I explained that yes and no. No, because if you are applying through GaijinPot, GaijinPot automatically require you to upload a CV or create a CV on the portal. And how do you create Japan focused CV? I have made a sample CV in my ebook. It will help you to overcome certain mistakes that you will make and get rejected. Even if you apply through jobs in Japan, it's also similar to GaijinPot. It's the same. You need a CV. How do you make Japan focused CV in order not to make a mistake and get rejection? Get a copy of the ebook and see the sample CV that I've made Japan focused CV. Okay? And also, if you are applying through the website of the companies, that one, you don't need a CV as a start. But when they reach out to you for an interview, then they require you to submit a CV. And so you don't need to wait to be contacted before preparing your CV. And I mentioned earlier that it is better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have it than have an opportunity and not be prepared. Okay? And I took it again, like I repeated this, and I'm going to repeat it again. It is better to prepare for an opportunity and not have that opportunity than to have an opportunity and not be prepared for that opportunity. Okay? If you haven't taken anything out of this life today, please take this one thing, which I'm going to say for the third time, that it is better to prepare for an opportunity and not have it than to have an opportunity and not be prepared. Okay? So, go get your copy and get prepared for the opportunity. And I will wish you all the best. I am always Mr. Don't Give Up. And I will see you in the next one, probably a day after tomorrow. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening, wherever you are watching from. Bye bye.